I'm live here. I'm live here. I'm now waiting for Instagram. Hey, everyone.
Morning.
Okay, we are live everywhere. All right. So, what are we talking about today on Biz Chat Daily?
Black Friday. Oh,
Right. Black Friday, which is what, 4 days away.
4
Okay.
days away. 4 days away.
Yeah, 4 days. This year has just gone by so quickly. It's ridiculous. Like I am trying to figure out. Like I've gone back through like my to do list and stuff like that because I kind of try to keep a daily to do list so that
Yeah.
I know what's going on in my life and my business. And I've
Right.
gone back through it, and I'm just like, where did this year go? Because I feel like all the things I wanted to accomplish this year, I did not accomplish because we had some hiccups and stuff like that. But it just seemed like time flew by
Yes.
um so quickly this year, and all I ask for is that we do not nobody needs to interview, what's his name, um the comedian.
Cat Williams.
Yes, nobody needs to interview Cat Williams at the top of the year for 2025
They are,
because
girl. You know
that's
they are.
not the stage
Everybody
for
is. I think
2024.
he's booked. I guarantee you he is probably already booked to speak on somebody's podcast at the top of the year because GQ already interviewed him. I'm
Really?
telling you, yeah,
Oh
they
God.
interviewed him and they were asking him like, how does he feel about 2025? Where does he feel like 2025 is going to go? And he was basically saying he thinks it's going to be a golden age. He thinks it's going to be a really
Well,
look like.
tell his lips to God's ears, okay?
But see,
Because
I
he
think he
set
already
the
talking
tone
to
for
God.
2024. So,
And he said a lot of scandals was going to come out. A lot of stuff is going to come
yes,
out. But we've already
yes.
said it too. We think 2025 is going to be a breakout year for a lot of people. I think people are
Mhm.
looking for new social, like, let's just start from the top to the bottom. I think people are looking for change agents. I think people are looking for thought leaders. I think people are looking for new movements to be a part of. I think people are
Oh,
looking for social change. I think people are looking for change all the way. So I think
oh.
every industry is like, this is a
Mhm.
prime time. If you got something going, push that cream to the top. Push it to the top because I think people want it.
Yeah. If he's coming out and saying 2025 is going to be the golden age, and that's good because at this point he's like the seer, right? He's
Right.
predicting what's happening for the year. Like he literally set the tone for 2024.
He did.
Like
He
this
did.
has been a year of unveiling. People have, the mask has been taken off, and we're seeing the true pictures of what's happening. So I was just like, oh, we don't need Cat Williams in 2025 at the top of the year telling us, oh my God, this is going to happen. But
Yeah.
it's the golden age. I'm good with that.
No, because I do. I do. I think it's going to be a golden age. I
Uh-huh.
think. I think it's just already that year. It's already like 2025. Something about that 2025 just
Mhm.
it just sits a lot different. I think whenever you get to like 25s, 35s, you know what I mean? Like even when they say with anniversaries and stuff, it's always like an
Yeah.
impactful year and the whole number.
Uh-huh.
Excited. I think I'm excited too, also to see what's going to happen with social media. I want somebody has to like something has to drop. We're seeing TikTok change, so we don't know if TikTok is going to
Oh,
stay
it's
or if it's
changing
going to get banned.
so much.
But I think it's
One of
going
the
to
things
stay. I
I've
think it's
heard.
staying so.
Oh,
Huh?
sorry, go ahead. No,
Go
because
ahead.
I
What
was
you
saying one of the things I've heard a lot of influencers on TikTok
say?
talking about is that their revenue has dropped. And I think it's attributed to the fact that you no longer have to have 1,000 followers to be able to go live on TikTok. You don't need to have 1,000 or 10,000 followers to sell products on TikTok anymore. So it's opened up to so many people. So I think that's the real reason why people's revenues are dropping, because so many more
Yeah,
people are able to sell.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Agreed,
and it's
agreed. So now
confirming
we
to
got.
a lot of people because they didn't expect that drop, especially right now. They were expecting to make a lot more money, so they didn't save a lot of their money, and
But
it
see,
is
isn't
affecting
this how
them.
business goes? Isn't this
Yeah,
how business goes? You
they
assume that
are
the
like, "Oh my
market is
god, I
gonna.
can't make my mortgage. I can't make my rent." Like you were making like $10,000 a month, 15, 20. Why the hell can't you make your rent? Like what? What were you doing
Right,
with the
but I
money?
think
Just
But I
living
think
life.
that's what I'm saying. It's exciting with business right now. And I think that's the shakeup that's happening. I think that a
Mhm.
lot of people have got very comfortable in business on certain platforms. Like, I'm
Mhm.
supposed to be number one. Let's even take it to like
Right.
the music industry. I'm number one.
Yeah.
Nobody can get on my turf. And new people come into the game, and you got hungry people who are coming into the game. And this is
Right.
what happens in business. So I just feel like that's going to be exciting. Now, TikTok, again, all of those things have changed because now Lemon has merged with TikTok. So
Yes.
seeing where
Lemonade.
Lemon is gonna go, you got
Mhm.
Blue Sky on the market, which I haven't even
Yeah.
been down that rabbit street.
Mhm.
You got Threads, who's a top contender. Top
Mhm.
contender. People are talking about how they're making a lot of money on Threads. They were not
Yeah.
expecting the bonuses to be there on Threads. And I've seen
Mhm.
more people talk about being on Facebook and doing Facebook lives because
Mhm.
Facebook is paying them and they don't feel like
I get
Facebook
paid
is
from
suppressing
Facebook
their stuff.
every single month. I get paid from Facebook.
So I think you
Mhm.
have now all of this pay to play situation
Yeah.
happening where I think you're going to have a whole new thing of creators coming on the scene.
Yeah.
However, do I think it's going to still take time for the cream to come to the top? Yes,
Mhm.
but it still gives us better content because while we like very cute, very demure, very mindful, we
Very
need another saying.
cute.
We need another saying. We need somebody else to say something else. And that is the whole point of TikTok. We need a new dance. We need a new do, a new color, a new cut. We need some new sayings, some new people, some new
Mhm.
content. We do. We need something fresh on the scene. And so I'm excited. I'm excited. And then you got Black Friday. Black Friday hasn't even officially kicked off yet.
No.
So again, I feel like it's like we got to wait to run the numbers because you still have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and I think you said for nonprofits, what is
Giving
giving.
Tuesday.
So you
Yeah.
got three
So that's
days.
next week Tuesday. So it's Friday, Monday, Tuesday.
And let's be clear, you
Mhm.
everybody feels like they can compete with Walmart. You feel me? So a lot of people are still running deals. So you technically got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's a
Sunday.
whole work
Mhm.
week to
Mhm.
really, really get in front of your customers. So Tracy,
Yeah.
let me
And
ask
a lot of
you,
stores also have the pre-sales, right? So for those
listen,
people who can't come out on Black Friday or don't want to deal with the
the
rush,
craziness.
right? The
Right, right,
craziness
right.
that is Black Friday, they have pre-deals as well. Like Amazon has been running theirs online for a while now, and so has Walmart.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
that's the players at hand, Amazon and Walmart. You got to see
Yeah,
who going to do that thing out. But
yeah.
again, let me ask you, how do you ramp up for Black Friday? What's like your Black Friday ramp up? Do you feel like you get like a lot of customers that come in and stay? Like, what's your, if they say let her cook, what's your recipe? What's your recipe for
Um,
like Black Friday? And I'm
so
asking because I know you have
traditionally,
multiple businesses.
right. So traditionally, so for most of my businesses, I don't run Black Friday specials. I don't run
Mm,
specials at all because of the type of business I'm in. I just don't see it. But I have a lot of digital products this year. And so for Black Friday, I am going to, and a lot of books that I released this year, like, business books and the children's books. Um, so I can't necessarily put those on sale because you still have to make a profit, and the profit
it
margin on
won't
some of
work
those
for you.
things are little. But what you can do is have like packages, right? With the digital products, you can definitely slash those by 50%. So that's a strategy that I'm going to be using, slashing them by 50% and having bundles. I'm going to bundle some of them together for Black Friday. And then I'm going to have an advent calendar,
Yeah, I thought that
right?
was good.
Yeah, I'm going to do a digital advent calendar. And basically, it's just me giving back, right? Because people will sign up to come in and play the game, basically, and then they'll get free stuff. So it's a way to get leads and to give back to the community because that's what this month is about. Not only sales, but also giving back as well. This is the time that you should give back to your community. So yeah, that's what I think. But creating some limited time offers will definitely be one of the strategies that I think everybody should use. At least 40 to maybe 60%, depending on, the price point, because you don't want to put things on sale that's not going to give you some type of profit margin. So you have to
Right.
really look at your profit margin for what it is that you're doing. and then create your sales around that for Black Friday. And you can make it, when I say limited time, it could be for 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever, make sure you put like a dead stop on it. So that's one of the main things, I think. What do you think?
Gotcha. The time that I did really good on Black Friday, I just went live. I was just live,
Mhm.
and I just
That
went
is
live,
another
and I
good one. Yes.
was going live, and I actually went live prior
Mhm.
to it. So I feel like everybody was going to be live on Black Friday. I went
Mhm.
live all the days coming up to it, even down to Thanksgiving. So I felt like
Really?
nobody was going to go live on Thanksgiving because it was Thanksgiving. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh, I might as well, go ahead and start. So I did the same thing. I went out to my contacts I already had. I sent all my email subscribers. Well,
Mhm.
let me back up. My first part of contact, I went to my current clients I had. So I went
Right.
ahead and sold them stuff for
Mhm.
next year. So early access to
Nice.
stuff where I
Yep.
made profits to them.
Mhm.
Then I hit my email list up and kind of very like, I want to tell you guys first. So before you see it in the streets, before you see Susie get her little discount, I'm coming to you first. And I kind of said it that way. And I went live ahead of time because I was like,
Mhm.
hey, it's too many people for me to fight on Black Friday, and I didn't have any collaborators to do
Mhm.
anything with on Black Friday. So I
Mhm.
just went live ahead of time with the offers that I was doing and just sold for stuff that I knew people were going to use. And I think I'm going to do that this year, especially with
Yep.
like imaging, especially with photography. I've
Mhm.
noticed a lot of times right now people are looking to take new pictures. People are
Yeah.
looking for the top of the year for that. If they're
Yep.
sending out any holiday pictures, either people are posting their holiday pictures now or you're taking some type of picture or
Mhm.
holiday picture or something to promote for now or next year. So something
Mhm.
like that, I would start going live today. So versus
Mhm.
waiting to Black Friday, I would have you get saying like a gray
Mhm.
week or
'Cause you gotta
so calling it
prep your
yeah.
audience, yes. Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is playing on the verbiage of Black Friday,
Mhm.
and playing on what Black Friday may mean to you. Not Pink. Nicki Minaj is kind of playing into it, so it's Pink
Mhm.
Friday for her.
Mhm.
So versus
Mhm.
Black Friday is Pink Friday. She's releasing like new music, new little things upcoming on
Mhm.
Friday for her audience, for instance.
Mhm.
But what were you saying though?
No, no, I was agreeing with you. I like the idea of, making sure that the people you have on your email list have first dibs at whatever it is that you're offering,
Yeah, and
because
that's kind of
they're
how
the
I
people
played it.
who've been rocking with you for the longest, right? And
And they're looking for a little something. That's what you're saying.
right,
Like, hey, I
right.
know you've been with me for a minute. Hey, if you sign on with me for next year or something else, or I'll take
Mhm.
something off. And I noticed I immediately got a response and people are like, hey,
Mhm.
let me go ahead and look forward to next year. I
Mhm.
think, like I said, I think I'm just going to do that with that and probably like websites because that's the two things I notice people suffer with is your
Mhm.
website right around the holiday time. So why not do a special for that? So think about too, we talked about value. Think about
Mhm.
around this time, what is your client or your audience or your community really, really craving? So let me
Right.
back up. I think I'm going to do websites, the
Mhm.
imaging, and I'm going to do community because that's what I'm seeing on my end.
Yes.
People are struggling with. So
Yep.
this would be a great time if you have a paid community to offer
Mhm.
at a low price. This is a great time if you know whatever it is your audience is suffering with. If you know they can't
Mhm.
get dressed right now, this is a great time to put out a promotion to shop with you or do your hair or
Yes.
something because they're
Yes.
struggling around this time. So that's
Mhm.
the stuff I noticed and kind of back playing it. So like I said, if you're not going to do Black Friday because everybody does Black Friday.
Mhm.
Maybe your brand colors are yellow. This could
Mhm.
be, you feel me, slow down and get your deal or play into the
Mhm.
yellow or play into your
Mhm.
colors or whatever your tagline is. This is a
Mhm.
great way to kind of play into your own version of Black Friday. And Tracy did it great with the advent calendar. I thought that
Mhm.
was super dope. Everybody ain't built like that to have 12 days of, you know what I mean, savings. But if I was in her circle, because I think she had something she's doing something within her 12 days. And I was like, oh, I needed that. But I
Mhm.
just thought just the marketing behind it spoke
Mhm.
to so many different people. Hey, take this off, take this class off, get
Mhm.
this off. It's a great way to rise
Mhm.
something like an advent calendar because you
Yep.
love opening it, but doing it in your unique way for your brand to make a profit and to make an impact.
Mhm.
So I just thought it
Mhm.
was super smart, very creative. That was
Mhm.
that yeah, I think you're gonna see. Yeah, you're gonna see people take that one, Tracy.
I
That was
hope
dope.
so. I hope so because the prices are phenomenal. Okay, they're
Right.
phenomenal prices. One of the things that I'm big at this time of the year is doing a workshop for to help
Yes,
people to prepare for the next year, right? I find that a
yes,
lot of entrepreneurs do not prepare for the upcoming year. So that's going to be my biggest sale. It's a
yes.
class that I usually sell for like $5.99. I think I'm going to put it on sale for $99. It's live. It's like going to be like for 4 hours. And we help you to plan out your entire 2025. So you go into the year not wondering what you're going to do from month to month, but knowing, hey, these are the things that I am going to do. This is the amount of money I'm going to need to make, well, I want to make, and these are the steps to actually accomplishing that. So,
Listen,
yeah, I am
I think
definitely
that's
going to
good.
do that. But yes, another thing that people can do, especially if you're a product based business, is do like a buy one get one free or buy two get one free. And if
Yes,
you are a product based business that wants to have a social impact, you can do a buy one give one. That is really a great way to give back to your community, partner with a nonprofit to give one too. So you have your prizes. You don't have to have a sale because people are going to be buying from you because they do want to help to impact their communities as well. So you can keep your prices the same, and just have for every one bought, we'll give one to such and such nonprofit. So that's
yes.
another really great way as a for-profit business how you can help to support the community as well. So
No,
I
I
like
think that's super dope. Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, that's super dope. And I feel like me personally, even from the beauty aspect, that is so great if people were
Mhm.
locked in for beauty to actually
Oh
be able to
yes.
do that, like buy one
Mhm.
lip gloss, give a lip gloss away, or something
Mhm.
that way, or even gifting it. And I'm seeing more people do that too, the
Mhm.
gifting. So
Yes.
you can buy something for yourself and then
Mhm.
gift it to another friend or another
Mhm.
client. But I
Mhm.
think that's a huge thing, and I have no idea why more nonprofits or social impact, you know what I mean, enterprise companies are not taking advantage of that, because I don't
Yeah.
really think I've seen that around. You know what I mean? Too much
Yeah.
around
But
this
it's
time. But I think
I
that's
think
dope.
it's more for the for-profit business to approach the nonprofit than for the nonprofit to approach the for-profit, because the
Mm.
for-profit business is the one that's going to be giving up their time, right?
Right, right, right,
So like let's say, like you said, a makeup artist, maybe they may want to say, hey, I want to work with a nonprofit that helps women to get back into the workforce after going through like domestic violence or whatever. So these
right,
women are going to need to have their makeup or understand at least how to put on simple makeup, right?
right,
So maybe they can have a special for Black Friday where they for every makeup session bought or every two makeup sessions bought, that they'll do one face at the nonprofit,
right.
right? Hairstylists can do the same thing. People who dress people or have boutiques or whatever, they can do the same things.
I
It's
love
I
that.
think it behooves you as the business owner to determine what type of business owner you want to be, and then look for nonprofits to partner with to get
Right.
it done.
No, I love that.
Or
I
you
love
can
that.
start it
So,
on your own. If you don't want to partner with a nonprofit, you can start it on your own where you say you're going to do this. You have to be transparent with your audience about how many sales you made and how many faces or how many people you're going to dress. And then you have some type of application process where people can apply to be one of those people who gets addressed or get their faces done or whatever. And they have to be able to be transparent with the audience, the person who's getting the gift, so they can tell their
right.
story and do everything in a video form so that the for-profit business can have that social proof that they actually did what they said they were going to do, right?
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
No, I love it. And I think, we talked about that before, vice versa, that more personal brands should be reaching out to nonprofits and vice
Mhm.
versa. And they both need each other. But I guess sometimes you could see something, but then hearing somebody actually say it and lay it out and give a
Mhm.
picture to what that looks like, I don't know. It's just so interesting. I'm like, yo, that needs to be like a thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That needs to be a thing for a lot of people. I love it.
Think about people who, or a group of I'm always, because you've heard me say this before, like a group of people who are in a certain industry, if one person can't do it, so a makeup artist, somebody who's a stylist, somebody who does hair or wigs or whatever, right? And nails, a nail technician, all get together and be like, hey, we're going to partner with such and such cancer center to make a woman just feel pretty after having gone through all this chemo and blah blah blah. I think that is heartwarming, touching, and just a brilliant way to give back to the community. Uh,
Agree.
we're all in business to make money. I'm so sorry. We're all in business to make money, but we also have to realize that we also have to give back to the communities that we're getting that money from. So I think that
Agree.
every single business should have a social enterprise component to their business where they're giving back. And I think if you've never done it before and you're not doing it transparently, you're not letting people know what you're doing, this Black Friday is a really good time to do that.
Yes. For
Yeah.
people to really understand what your whole brand is about,
Hmm.
absolutely. And I
Hmm.
guess that's why I'm
Hmm.
saying it's such a brilliant thing because it's right there. And then
Right.
you have to demonstrate it. And for something
Hmm.
like that, it's open, you're demonstrating, people are looking for the visual proof. So there's your content, there's your testimonies, you get what I'm saying? There's your
Yeah.
whole span right there that you can take back and use it 24/7, and not
Good
from a bad
morning.
place, but from a
Hmm.
place where you actually have a plan of giving back and you're actually showing the business that you're giving back at the same time. So that's why I'm like,
Exactly.
that's actually brilliant to actually work with another nonprofit to do that with.
Hmm. And this is also a really good time to leverage storytelling. I'm all about storytelling. And I know that you like to tell stories yourself as well.
Yeah.
So I think leveraging storytelling, this is a really, really good time to do that, to tell the stories, share the impact that your business creates. Whether you're a nonprofit or for profit, your business
Right.
creates some type of impact within the industry or community that you serve. Tell people about it, especially like if you're a product based business. Show people the behind the scenes, how the product is being made, packaged, talk about all of those things. Nonprofits need to talk about the impact that donations have on their organization and the people that they serve. They need to
Listen,
highlight those stories and bring people in. I call it heartstrings to purse strings. If you pull up people's heartstrings, they usually open their purse strings. So nonprofits definitely need to do that. For-profit people definitely need to tell those behind the scenes stories. How did you get started? Why are you doing what you're doing? Tell that stories. Let people connect with your brand.
yeah, because they want to see the vision. They're
Yeah.
trying to see the same thing that you're seeing. And I
Mhm,
think
mhm.
people think that we don't all have vision. We don't all have vision the same. We don't all see it the same. Some businesses
Right.
are, like you just said, are made for certain reasons. Other things are made for other. It's not every law firm is not the same. Every hair
Mhm,
for is not the same. Every grocery store
mhm,
isn't the same. So therefore your story is different, and I don't think people leverage into their story. And let me be clear, I'm going to be the person to say it. If even if you want to sit here and say God gave it to you, there was a story, you heard a thunder, a roar, it was something that happened in the process. After you heard
mhm.
it, what did you do? Did you take a note? Did you scream? Did you tell somebody? what what
Right.
what did that look like? And I think sometimes so many people are so caught into the same rhythm, that I started this business at 12 because at 20, at 3, this it is like, well, wait. Why did you start this particular business? In this particular business, what does that journey look like?
Mhm,
What does
mhm,
that look like? What to For you to even see change, what does that look like? You know what I
mhm.
mean? And for me personally, to see change, I want to see more people in the playing field. I want to see more speakers on stages. I remember, I feel like me personally, I came up in the era, and I feel like you saw it too, Tracy, on social media. We used to be like, you couldn't wait to talk about somebody saying something crazy on social media, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, a new word or a new trend or how they were
Mhm,
making money. It was
mhm,
always something happening. I remember when Nicole Waters hit the scene, six-figure chick. All of these
mhm,
women, April Franks, when they hit the scene and they came on the scene, whether they looked different, whether they said something different, you
mhm.
started to talk about it. Even on the
Absolutely.
coaching stages, or who was
Mhm,
launching a
mhm.
new conference, who was launching a new this,
Writing a
that
Levy
used to be the
newspaper.
thing. Huh?
Uniquely your paper. And I was telling someone for thank you for liking the life. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that was the thing before, and so for me personally, that's what I would love to see. This, if I'm doing my job correctly, there would be
Mhm.
more people on stages. It would be more people who have something to say. It would be
Mhm.
more people you know what I mean, disrupting the field. If I had my say, it would be better television shows. It would be way
Oh,
better talk
definitely.
shows.
Oh my
It would
God.
be way so that's what I mean. Like, I think people, like you said, if we're going to tell the story, it's
Mhm.
so many angles to tell the story. What does the world look like now that you're there? Because remember, you have a brand. That brand exists in the world. If you
Mhm.
were in that world, what does that look like? What is the change
Right.
that it's going to look like in that person's life with that company or that product? And even if
And I
it's to
think
be
that's
cute.
yeah, I think that's an opportunity that a lot of people miss out on is
Yeah.
telling their true brand story. Like, how did I get here? I think a
Right.
lot of for-profit businesses, so entrepreneurs, think that that's only reserved for like nonprofit organizations. But as a
Yeah.
personal brand, as a business, your brand has a story. Like we know how Coca-Cola was started. We know how Pepsi was started. We know how the first chocolate chip cookie was created because
Right.
everything has a backstory. And we need to let people know what the backstory is about our business. Like, I'm big on storytelling, period, because like I
Right.
write for a living, right? But we need to let people know what the story is so that they can connect with the brand, right? It doesn't
Right.
just look like it's just something out there in the void that you use. They need to know what the story is. So definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was like, I'm just, I guess, because we're so stuck on that storytelling piece, because it's so big. Even in
Yeah.
Black Friday, to raise this money for Black Friday, or if you're raising it, or fundraising, or you just selling, it has to
Mhm,
be a reason. For instance, Teflar, the
mhm.
brand, he has been everywhere with the new store
Yes, he
opening, and
has
he has been
a
everywhere.
lot
And
of
he's talked
press.
about his story, how he
Mhm,
got there, why he loves someone like Solange so much, because when he had nothing and he had just this one thing, the
mhm,
feedback she said to him, how she rocked it,
mhm.
why he's so loyal with that family, where the rumors came from, because rumors always have a place where they come from. So
Yes.
he's been so visible lately because he's
Mhm,
talking about his story so much and how he got there and how most people don't know who he is or where the name came from or that.
mhm,
So it's been so much stuff. And I'm saying that to say a brand has a look. It is a person, it's an identity. Your company is a business. When
mhm,
people are talking about it, it has a look to it, it has a feel to it, it has a culture
mhm,
to it, how it operates. And again, it still goes into that story. And people, again, are going to buy once you pull on that heartstring, because that story, they
It
identify in that
yeah,
heart,
it
ding, ding,
resonates
ding,
with
ding. It, right.
them. Yeah.
If it wasn't the first thing, it was some string you hit of emotions, whether it was happiness, fear,
Mhm,
sadness, or excitement. So it doesn't have to just be fear. You can sell your story on hope, on
mhm,
happiness, on
mhm,
transformation, on being
mhm.
relatable. There's so
Exactly.
many angles of
All of the
telling a
above.
story. Listen, boop,
Yeah,
boop, boop,
because
boop.
we go through the ebbs and flows in our businesses, right? So we may have tried to start the business at some point in time, it failed, we restarted it. Different things happen within the business, so the story can evolve completely. It
Yeah,
can be you can turn into a round character because of the transformative effects of your story. Because
right.
no business starts out and then it just flies away into success
Success.
without having just flies away. It doesn't just
Right.
fly away into success without having some ebbs and flows through the journey. And people need to know the ebbs and flows because a lot of times people see you when you're a success, but they did not see you when you were struggling. So
Listen,
they like with even what's her name, Jules Jules LeBron, right?
yeah,
She's talking about being on social media for 10 years, right? Trying to grow her social media presence for all this time. And just when she was about to give up, she got online. She was, I think, a cashier or whatever. And then it says this thing in her car, and now look where she is. So
her, Tabitha
that was my
Brown.
first
Listen,
introduction to her, is the so demure thing. But I didn't realize that she was online for 10 years trying to be an influencer, and
right.
now one thing made her an influencer. So you got to tell those stories. It makes it more relatable to me that she didn't just pop on and just say this thing and then bam, she's a superstar overnight. She's telling you about the struggles, the ebbs and flows of her life and her business and her, her journey to wanting to be an influencer and then enjoying and basking in the glow of her success now. So yeah, you got to tell those heartstrings to purse string stories so people can relate to it. Yeah. One of
Agree.
the other things I wanted to talk about for Black Friday is just making sure that your links are working, making sure that your website is customer friendly and that it's mobile friendly as well. I just had an incident this week where I was trying to buy something from someone and I kept going to the website and I had to keep, inboxing the person like, hey, I can't make a purchase. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? So if you're going to have these specials and you want to be able to make money, whether it's you're a nonprofit and you're looking for people to donate, or your social enterprise, you're looking for people to contribute, or you're a for-profit business and you're looking for people to purchase and actually give you some money, you need to
Listen,
make sure that all of your links are working. It's easy for people to navigate your landing page and it's easy for them to go through the purchasing process. Nobody wants to jump through hoops to get to the finish point. So that is something that and your messaging is clear. What it is that I'm getting, what are you going to do with it, how long it's going to take to get me if it's a physical product. So
right.
nothing to add to that.
Oh no, because I'm just like, I just think you hit the head on the nail with it, because that's usually the biggest thing. Most
Yeah,
people check out immediately. They're not gonna do like you're doing. Like, you can't assume everybody's nice like that. That's
right.
gonna inbox you and say, "Hey, I'm trying to check out."
Mhm.
Because let's be clear, we're on big places like Amazon, and it don't work. We're like, forget this, and you're
Right.
going about it. And you don't want to lose your sale.
Yeah.
So take
Mhm.
every day. I feel like every day during a sale, if
Mhm.
you know you're on sale between today to next Monday, every day you need to go on your website to make sure everything is checked out. Remember, these
Mhm.
companies, these hosting companies, they're selling too.
Yeah.
So anything can happen with them. They're technical, your back end can go down, something may not load, anything can
Mhm.
happen. So if you have backup links, immediate links, go back and check. Like she said, all your links, are your pictures coming up? Are your descriptions coming up? Most
Mhm.
websites, you see them on the computer, then on your tablet, then on the cell phone. So making sure each transition, it actually
Mhm.
looks good. Your checkout
Right.
pages are there, and that type of stuff. And if you have if you, I don't know, Tracy, because I can't remember how long it took to get Afterpay and all of those things on your site. I think it's pretty quick. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's not hard. It takes less than 24 hours. So that
Listen,
you're right. That is another good tip, right? Making sure that you have the ability for people to use Afterpay, Klarna. Is it Klarna?
yeah,
Klarna,
yeah.
whatever it's called. And there's another one. What's the other one?
Afterpay, Karma. You said it.
No, there's another one. I know I'm forgetting one.
Because I think about colors. I'm like, it's the teal green and the pink one.
Yeah, there's another one though. But just making sure that people have the ability. Oh, and PayPal.
Paper.
PayPal has
Oh,
it for. Mhm.
boom. So everybody go
Yeah.
down your list. Afterpay, Karma, PayPal, Stripe. Stripe is
Mhm.
amazing because you can take
Oh,
Stripe
Shop.
and Apple Pay.
Shop. Shop. Yes.
There we go.
Shop also has the payment things too. Yeah.
So
Those
making
are
sure
nice.
you can get money from everybody any type of
Mhm.
way. That's what we basically trying to say. So you
Yes.
can take PayPal, you can take Cash App, you can,
Yeah.
and Stripe is connected to Cash App, Apple Pay. So
Mhm.
it should be no reason somebody saying, "Oh, girl, I would
Mhm.
love to buy it, but I need payments." Girl,
Mhm.
perfect. We just had this done. So if
Mhm.
you do it today on Monday and you don't start your sale to Thursday or Friday, you still have enough time. And it's
Mhm.
8 something in the morning. So we're telling you first thing in the morning. So you can apply now, be by
Yep.
tomorrow or later on today or tomorrow, you should be basically good to go.
Because
And
this
the
is the
whole,
layaway season, right? Everybody wants to put everything on layaway.
because
And
it's
now,
so
as a
much
business
cheaper.
owner, you have the ability to do that on your site and it not impact your revenue. So make
Listen,
sure you have those options on your site where people can go in and apply for Afterpay, depending on what it is that you do, because some of them don't do consulting. So some of the stuff I do, it won't apply to it. But making that you go in and you have those options on your website so that somebody may want to buy your $300 product, but they just don't have $300 right this minute, right? Because they have other things they want to buy, but they
Right,
can afford to pay $40 right now and then pay the rest over time. So
right.
you want to make sure you have those options on your website as well. Yes, absolutely. That's a good one. What do you think about collaborating with influencers and partners at this time?
I think it can work. I do. I think, I've seen hairstylists and makeup artists do it
Mhm,
or a wig company and a hairstylist do it before, where you buy a certain wig and you get it installed at a certain price. So I've
mhm,
seen people collaborate and do those types of things. I think it's
mhm,
how you do your collaborations now.
mhm,
So
mhm.
now I think it's just going to be how you roll out your collaborations. We're doing something that way. We're on
Yeah.
Friday morning. We're going to be live and we're going to go and
Mhm,
do those things. So I think it just depends on who you do collaborations with.
mhm.
But let's be clear, a lot of influencers are already doing with affiliate links. If you're going to
Yes,
shop right now with
yes.
a lot of affiliates and they're telling you to
Mhm,
shop their Black Friday deals, they're dropping their Amazon store link. So they're already
mhm,
kind of doing it. So don't be afraid for that too. I know a lot of companies too are looking for affiliates. They have affiliate links and they have no problem with paying you. So I think Monday
mhm,
and Tuesday, like today and tomorrow, it's a great time to in your live on Threads, on
mhm,
LinkedIn, to say, hey, if you are a nonprofit or a business or whatever the case may be, and you're looking for some extra promotion, like,
mhm.
give me an affiliate link and let's see where this goes. So I don't think
Yeah,
it's a bad, you know what I mean? I
yeah.
don't think it's a bad trade-off. I can really see that working. I just think both parties have to be clear about what they're giving, what, you know what
Mhm,
I mean, what they're giving, what they're serving, and what they're going to get back in return, and all of the contractual stuff, and
mhm,
how soon am I going to get it back. But I think for
mhm,
Black Friday and those deals, pay to play that same day. So plan on whatever you can do to sell that day and split that cash and that money that day, because that's always exciting. And I
mhm.
think whenever you get into retail and sales and you can get paid out the same day or the day afterwards,
Yeah.
that's going to drive the energy and the traction a lot more.
Mhm.
So
Well, it
if
might
you
need
can
need
do
to be
something
the next day because most banks don't give you money the same day,
right.
unless you're doing like Cash App or PayPal.
Well,
Yeah.
again, with a lot of places, so I feel like who are food and stuff, I feel like that would
Mhm.
be great
Oh,
to
yeah.
team up
Oh,
with
yeah.
somebody. You feel
Oh,
me? Because you can get
definitely.
paid out that day, or if
Mhm.
you're doing anything along that line. So I
Yeah.
think it worked that way. Just again, depending on who it is and how you're doing
Mhm,
it.
mhm, mhm. I agree with that. Um, so like I told you, I think we had the discussion before we got on live. But one of the things that I definitely tell my nonprofit clients is on Giving Tuesday, you need to go live for most of that day.
Yeah,
Gather your volunteers, your board members, your staff, if you have it, and go live for at least 12 hours of that day. But it has to just not be you live sitting in front of the camera and the camera is watching you. It has to be something that's planned, like, like a TV show. Like, what are you going to talk about every hour of that live or every 30 minutes of that live
right,
to really engage your audience and get them to know your nonprofit organization really, really well. It's almost like a
right.
Jerry Lewis telethon. Think about back in the day. You remember
Yeah.
when was it? In September, I think it was that it used to come on. I can't remember. But anyway, just like the
But they
Jerry
was
Lewis.
on.
Yeah, they were on. It was 24 hours, right? You need to do something like that so that people can engage with you live, ask questions. Um, just be a part of your organization for that day if you're looking to really rev up new donors and rev up your revenue in donations for Giving Tuesday. So that is a strategy that I tell people. And I think that entrepreneurs can use that same strategy for Black Friday, right?
Yeah,
Going live for an extended period of time, talking to your audience, letting them ask you questions, letting them really get to know you, talking about your offers, talking about the benefits and the features of your offers and why they should get it at this point in
right.
time. And just really taking that time to connect with your audience. So that is what I think should happen for Giving
No,
Tuesday and
agree.
Friday. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think we went down the list of everything from your website to your messaging to telling a story
Mm-hmm.
to what to do on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
taking it over for those couple days, Tuesday
Pricing.
going live. Huh?
Pricing, closing the sales. Yeah.
Pricing. We talked about influencer marketing,
Mhm. Mhm.
using your old clients' email list. No, we covered a lot. We covered way
Yeah.
past. That was pretty
Yeah.
quick. I think because we was already ready and we got right into it. But I think
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Mhm. Mhm.
Besides telling them to join us. Join us on that Friday. Join us that
Yep.
Friday morning because
Definitely
we're
join
gonna
us
have
on that
different
Friday.
stuff
Yeah.
on different stuff that we'll be promoting and different stuff that we'll
Mhm.
be talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you're a nonprofit or a business owner or a personal brand and you have something going on, let us know in the comments so we can sit here and talk about you. Money is circular. If it
Yeah.
goes out, it's gonna come back to you if you talk about it. I'm about to say, I
Yep.
know that's one of Tracy's big type
Yeah.
of things. Um, is money is
That is
circular.
one of my thing. Money is cylindrical. It goes around and around,
Listen,
right?
let's keep it in the community. Let's keep it in the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
I think that was it. That was our biggest things was Black Friday gearing up. So it was a twofold thing. Like we talked about Black Friday, but I think a lot of
Mhm.
it was gearing up for it. So if you didn't
Yeah.
even have a Black Friday offer, if you
Now
wasn't
you
quite
should.
sure, you talked about pricing, you talked
Yeah.
about a ton of stuff right at the beginning. So if not, go back, listen through this and start at the beginning. We got right into like offers and pricing. So if you're
Mhm.
not sure if you're going to do like a buy one, get one or give one or anything along
Mhm.
that line, we talked about that. We talked about partnerships to give stuff away with. No, we went
Mhm.
down the whole list. So again, I
Yeah.
feel like if you didn't have a Black Friday deal, you should have one by leaving here. I know I came up with an extra one.
Mhm.
If you weren't sure to check your website or to go through your website or make different links, we talked about again payment processing, people to work with. No, Tracy, I think we covered a lot.
We covered the gamut. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome. And we'll be back tomorrow around 7:30.
yep.
That time is flexible, 7:30, 7:45, but we'll be back around 7:30
Listen,
tomorrow. So we do this basically from Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday, depending on what life has brought to us, right? We definitely will not be on Thursday, but we will be on Friday, right? Because
right,
Friday
right,
is Black Friday. But join us tomorrow morning at 7:30 for another Biz Chat Daily. And we do have another segment that's going to be coming out where we're going to go live, I think only on TikTok for this one, at least right now. And we're going to
yeah,
be doing brand audits,
right,
correct? You want to tell
right,
them
right.
about that? Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So it doesn't matter if you are nonprofit, for profit, or a personal brand. So if you're like, hey, I'm really struggling with my messaging, my story, I'm not really quite clear about what that looks like. Listen, we're going to get in and talk about your whole entire brand. So from money to how much money are you
Mhm.
making? Do you want to make more money? Product development, adding new products, your messaging. Do you need to change your imaging or your website? So we're going to go through the list of different stuff for your brand. So if you're like, hey, my brand needs help right now, it could be whatever you're going through. Life is life, and I need that help. You'll have two people from the back end to the front end look at your brand because your brand is not just one image. The same way with you. So the same way you have to put on undergarments before you put in your clothes, before you walk out the door, that's the same way
Mhm.
you should look at your brand. You should have undergarments on and then you have to be dressed on top of it. What we
Mhm.
all see is the dressing on top of it, but your undergarments is the interfunctions of how you keep your stuff together. So
Right.
you get what I'm saying? So we got to make sure, because we all know how that goes. If you don't have the right bra with the right shirt, it looks a mess. And so again, the same with your brand, you can look really good on the outside, but you're not making any money. So it's
Mhm.
something happening where you get what I'm saying, your outfit isn't coming together. We're just trying to make sure that you look your best and you're putting your best force, your best face, and your best part of your brand forward to make the money, to make the impact, and do the things that you're really, really feel like you're called to do. You feel like your purpose within your company as a person, as a CEO or a personal brand that you're supposed to do. So listen, drop your name. You could drop your website, any type of information you want to give us so we can reach back out to you. But if not, follow us on social media. If not for this particular show, go to TikTok. You're going to either see Tracy V. Allen. If you put Tracy V in, her whole name should pop up. And if not, you can put in London Nicole and my name should pop up. So follow us on TikTok so you can jump over there and then jump into that conversation. And if you don't even want to be on camera and that type of stuff, that is fine. You can still leave us your information and your contact stuff, and we can still just use your brand from a visual point of view to cover it if you don't want to get on camera and that whole type of stuff.
Mhm.
Anything else I'm missing, Tracy?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
That's it.
um,
That's it.
yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it for
That's it.
today.
Okay.
On Biz Chat Daily,
All right.
and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, let me end.